Alright, so this is the 2002 F250 that I talked about in the other video, and been meaning to make a video of this for a while, but every time I had a chance to do it, it seemed to be dark or something like that. So obviously it looks terrible right now. This is about as bad as it'll ever look, covered in salt and all that, since I used it last night. I don't have a salter on right now because it's the good one's on the other truck, but I got another one in the building. So anyways, it's a 2002, like I said, F250 XL. It is this dark green color, in case you couldn't tell. It had a Myers plow on it when we got it. We took that off, and that stayed with the other owner, and we went and got ultra mount brackets and wiring so we could use our own plows. So now it's got Western ultra mount on it. Bed's rusted to hell. I mean, everything's pretty much screwed up on it. There's nothing that isn't messed up in some way. Muffler's got holes. Tailpipe smashed. This is the bad side. This bed's smashed. Fender's smashed. Bumper's rusted and discolored. It needs new bezels around the lights. Lots of rust and all that. Take a look inside. Typical cheap interior. You got your tear in the seat that if a truck doesn't have that, then it's not a true work truck, I guess. Seems every brand has problems trying to design a seat that won't tear right there. Crank windows. I think the first vehicle I've ever encountered of ours that does not have tilt steer. The radio in it was broken, so this is out of a junkyard. So now I got CD and cassette, so that's awesome. What else we got? 4x4 shifter on the floor, so there's no auto-locking hubs. I'll go ahead and start it up, I guess. This is you can consider this a cold start. Temperature is 10 degrees Fahrenheit, because not everybody uses Fahrenheit, so I might as well tell you. And I haven't run this last night. One surprise about this truck, though, that you'll see. Let's go ahead and start it up. You're probably going to hear a really loud whine from the power steering pump, which I don't think has very long to live. So, anyways. Not too bad today. Sometimes, especially at 3 in the morning when I go to leave, it whines horribly, and it shuts up if I turn the wheel, but I let go and it whines. So, I have an electrical issue with the instrument cluster, which causes issues with the radio and the dome light usually, but I will probably do that in another video, but that's why I don't have that on. I actually have to take this wire and jump 2 spots to make the radio run. So that's that. But the craziest thing about this truck is that. So this is the lowest mileage vehicle we've had in a very, very long time, surprisingly. Take a look around, take a look under the hood and all that. Pull that lever there, this leans forward. I've got a toolbox with wrenches, knife, flashlight, things like that. Torch, because we had some really cold days a few weeks ago when it was well below 0 and everything kept freezing. I had my wiper arms freeze, so I have a torch with now. Spare oil, plow oil, all that stuff. So I also just got a seat cover for this thing. I'm going to make another video of kind of a review on that. So I don't really want to bother with replacing the seat or anything, but I could put that on it, I guess, and that might help. So I'm trying to make this video quick too, because every time I do something it seems to end up being like 20 minutes long. So here it is, the Triton 5.4 liter, obviously gas. That's not normal for us lately, and I have come to like it quite a bit better, which I'll touch on more in a bit. So sounds really good, runs great. Yeah, some of the big stuff we've done to it was, what I have to do right now is the dipstick. See if you can see. Right at that curve right there. It's pretty rusted. You can look here. Right there, it's rusted through. I noticed it in November when we got it, or I noticed it was rusted, but I didn't think it was that bad. So I actually have to go to Ford and pick up the new dipstick tube that I ordered and get that on there. Manifold on this side, the guy had replaced the other one. This one had slits in it from rust, so we had that changed, because it sounded ridiculous without that. What else we got going on? The bed. The bed was far more rotted out than I thought. Let me go ahead and stick the camera underneath here and you can see what I'm talking about, I think. So what you're seeing there is 4x4 post and a 2x4 that I've stuck under there to rig it up for this winter, because the bed liner had never gotten taken out of this, and there was all kinds of mulch and shit stuck underneath it, and it rotted out this whole corner, the corner where the support goes across. So this whole bit was sunk down about like that much lower, and it bounced really bad. It bumps. So that was my quick fix, was a post going across with, drilled some holes through the bed, and I put some lags in it. So that seems to work good for now, but this bed's gonna get tore off in the spring, and we're gonna get another one on it. This hinge is rusted on the tailgate, so whenever I try to open the tailgate I have to like hold it up here and shove my body into the rest of it to close it on the hinge, so that sucks. I had to rewire the trailer wiring. This rust is just nasty, but it's nice not having to worry about it, since we're going to swap out this bed. Bad door rust. I had to cut, I don't think it's going to show up. There we go. I had to cut a bunch of this out because it was rusted apart, but close enough that, damn it, this part was rubbing on the bottom here and it would vibrate really bad whenever I'd hit a certain tone on the engine. So I went ahead and cut that out. And what else? Oh, the history of it is it was a plow truck for the Chicago Parks District, and it had the plow on it from day one in 2002. So yeah, there's you can kind of see the logo, what's left of it, on the door, and there's some spots where there were numbers on it. So guess I'll I don't know how well you can hear that, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up. Bringing up the hill here. I'm gonna go ahead and put that seat cover on. I went ahead and mounted this thing too. If you like plows and stuff, one of the controllers we bought a lot of used controllers and resell them and all that, but one had this bracket with it, so I went ahead and utilized that. It's quite nice. So usually on the diesels I'd stick it in the crack between the seats, but I don't have a crack between the seats, so yeah, so I used that. No sliding rear window. It's got no options at all, really, like I said, but seems to do quite well. I've had a couple screw-ups with I wish I remember what the temperature was. It was probably like below, I don't know, 10 below. Oh, it was negative 13 in the day. That's without wind chill. I'm talking air temp. And whoever put this power steering cooler on, the hose clamps weren't on good, or they should have flared the end of it or something, because I had the hose pop off and sprayed power steering fluid everywhere. So I had to crawl underneath this thing when it was negative 13, and I just added a bit of hose in there for now. So I'll probably change the whole hose once it gets warmer out. But the hose was just hard as a rock. I mean, I've never felt rubber that hard before, so that was ridiculous. I'm trying to think what else has gone wrong with it. Nothing really. It's been pretty good. I think I'm gonna have a separate video discussing the advantages of gas over diesel, and the advantages of diesel over gas and all that, and what we found. By the way, it's January 22nd, 2014, and the 2006 diesel is still not back. I have to retract some of the things I said before on the guy working on it, but that's another video. So anyways, maybe I'll get a test drive of this thing, and I can't wait to get some video of it once it's spring and I can clean it up and make it look decent. Change some of these parts, and maybe paint the bumper. Might change that fender in the front on the other side, and get this bed off of here. So anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for those other videos I mentioned, and subscribe so you see my other videos. So anyways, thanks for watching. I forgot to mention the price that we paid for it was I believe $3,300 plus a salt spreader that we gave the guy, which is Snow X 575, I believe, the ones we use. So that was probably worth about $400 to $600. So yeah, I don't think it was too bad. I mean, if the thing wasn't beat to hell like this and rusting apart, this thing would easily be worth $8,000 or more. So, but just because it's beat up, I don't think a lot of people are interested in something like that. So anyways, thanks for watching again.